NAIC Model Health Insurance Policy Provisions Explained, Insurance Exam Prep. Question 1. What is the main purpose of the NAIC Uniform Individual Accident and Sickness Policy Provisions Law? To maximize insurer profits, to standardize policy provisions across states, to set universal premium rates, to eliminate health insurance agents. The NAIC created uniform provisions to standardize policy wording and protect consumers across different states. Question 2. Under NAIC guidelines, how many mandatory provisions are there? 10, 11, 12, 15. There are 12 mandatory standard provisions in the NAIC model. Question 3. Under NAIC guidelines, how many optional provisions are generally included? 5, 9, 11, 15. There are typically 11 optional provisions that insurers may use to protect themselves. Question 4. Insurers must use NAIC provisions wording unless the agent requests a change, the alternate wording is more favorable to the insured, the premium is above a certain amount, the policy is a group policy. Insurers can use different wording only if it is at least as favorable to the insured as the NAIC standard. Question 5. If a state mandates a 15-day grace period for monthly premiums, but NAIC says 10, NAIC wins. State mandate wins. Insurer decides. Policy is void. State law always supersedes NAIC model regulations if they conflict. Question 6. What does NAIC stand for? National Association of Insurance Commissioners, National Agency of Insurance Companies, North American Insurance Council, National Association of Indemnity Corporations. NAIC stands for the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. Question 7. Are NAIC model laws automatically legally binding in every state? Yes, immediately. No, each state must enact them. Only for life insurance. Only for federal policies. NAIC provides model legislation that must be adopted by individual state legislatures to become law. Question 8. Is Misstatement of Age a mandatory or optional provision under NAIC? Mandatory. Optional. Both. Neither. It is an optional provision designed to protect the insurer. Question 9. Is reinstatement an NAIC mandatory provision? Yes. No. Only for LTC. Only for disability. Reinstatement is one of the 12 mandatory provisions. Question 10. The NAIC time limit on certain defenses is most similar to what life insurance provision? Incontestability clause, grace period, suicide clause, free look. It acts like the incontestability clause in life insurance. Question 11. Under NAIC, what is the timeline to provide claim forms? 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days. The standard NAIC provision mandates 15 days. Question 12. NAIC proof of loss must be submitted within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. 90 days is the standard NAIC proof of loss timeline. Question 13. Who gets paid under the NAIC payment of claims provision? The doctor, the hospital, the named insured or beneficiary, the state fund. Benefits are paid to the insured, or to the beneficiary if the insured is deceased. Question 14. Under NAIC, when can an insurer demand a physical exam? Never. Once a year. As often as reasonably necessary during a claim. Only before issuing a policy. The insurer has the right to examine the insured as often as reasonably required while a claim is pending. Question 15. Can an insurer request an autopsy under NAIC standard provisions? No. Yes, where not forbidden by law, only if the beneficiary pays, only for policies over $100,000. An autopsy can be requested at the insurer's expense unless prohibited by local law. Question 16. NAIC sets the minimum time before taking legal action at 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months. 60 days after proof of loss. Question 17. Under NAIC, a change of beneficiary requires consent of the current beneficiary always, written request by the policy owner, a court order, insurer approval of the new person's health. Written request by the policy owner, unless the beneficiary is irrevocable. Question 18. Though often mandated by states, is the free look one of the original 12 NAIC mandatory provisions? Yes. No. It is an optional provision. It replaced grace period. Free look, right to examine, is not one of the original 12, though states universally require it now. Question 19. NAIC requires claims other than periodic payments to be paid within 10 days, within 30 days, immediately upon receipt of written proof of loss, within 60 days. Immediately is the standard NAIC requirement for single sum claims. Question 20. The NAIC relation of earnings to insurance provision applies to medical expense policies, disability income policies, life insurance, long-term care. It applies to disability income to prevent overinsurance, earning more disabled than working.